welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be using my phone because my laptop charger has broken, as I said in another video. So it seems as though Princess Beatrice wants some justice for her family. She wants some justice for the royal firm, and she is sick and tired of the crap. And she did make that clear, didn't she? She demonstrated that quite eloquently when she announced her pregnancy on the same day as Meghan and Harry's third wedding anniversary, which was quite hilarious, and it was definitely evidence that she is not taking any more of their rubbish lying down. And I think that she feels very protective of her grandmother, and she also feels very protective of her uncle and William and Kate, because they are very close and there is love there, even though they all present and try and maintain the stiff upper lip in public situations in front of us. You can tell that there is definitely emotions that have been stirred and feathers have been ruffled since Meghan and Harry have started with all of their tribe. Can I really say? So this article is by The Mirror, and it is titled Princess Eugenie Clashes with Beatrice Over Meghan and Harry Royal Feud. So yeah, what I really basically wanted to say was that Eugenie feels as though they shouldn't lower themselves to their level by reacting in such a direct way, which is exactly what Princess Beatrice did do when she announced her pregnancy on the day. It was a direct reactionary post because, as I said in the video at the time, she knew she was pregnant, and she would have been pregnant on May 20th, on May 21st, on May 23rd, and she could have waited, or she could have done it before, or she could have done it a couple of days after, but she chose to do it on May 19th, and that date always sticks in my mind because I have a cousin who is born on May 19th, right? And there you have it. So I'm going to get into the article anyway because it seems as though the sisters are divided. I'm personally siding with Beatrice on this one because I think that this is definitely something that I would do if I was in the family at this point. I would definitely take little digs here and there and little shots here and there where I could, without it being a direct, overt attack. I would definitely try and create a talking point around myself in order to distract from the PR that Meghan and Harry desperately need in order to keep on making money and signing all of these business deals. So let's get into the article. Princess Eugenie reportedly clashed with her sister Princess Beatrice after the older sibling announced her pregnancy on the day of Prince Harry and Meghan Markle's third wedding anniversary. Eugenie has reportedly clashed with her sister. It's claimed that Eugenie and her husband, Jack Brooksbank, was upset with Beatrice for announcing her pregnancy on the day of their wedding anniversary. Eugenie is also said to believe that the royal family needs to resolve their issues with Meghan and Harry, who have given a string of interviews about them. Very negative interviews, very toxic interviews, and they have not tried to smooth over or help with the situation in any way, shape or form themselves, have they? A source said Eugenie is still extremely close to Meghan, as is Jack, and they feel it was really unfair to grab the headlines that day. Eugenie didn't approve of the decision to shun Meghan and Harry's anniversary. She feels that they have been incredibly hard done by. I think that it's not a case of her necessarily believing that they've been incredibly hard done by. I think it's more a case of her knowing that with the media storm surrounding Beatrice having announced her pregnancy on their third wedding anniversary, it was going to create more drama for the family. And some people are very uncomfortable with drama and they're uncomfortable with confrontation, and some people relish it, and some people find themselves in a confrontational situation, like I think Beatrice has found herself in, and the rest of the royal family, and they rise to the challenge and they're like, right, I'm gonna deal with this head on. And some people would rather ignore it and hope that it smooths over and it goes away at some point. So yeah, I mean, it's really down to those three different possibilities. And I think that Eugenie has a point, but then the deed is done, right? The damage is now being done, and you can't help but feel sorry for them, because they can't react directly as a normal celebrity would react to someone who's insulting them, or someone who's talking about them in a disparaging way, or a family member who's trashing them in the media. The royal family are bound to, you know, tradition and servitude and responsibility, and maintaining that classy standard of the stiff upper lip. They cannot just have a, you know, fully divulging wine fest whenever they feel like it. Everything has to be constrained, and, you know, they have to limit personal drama and dilemmas in front of the public. This was, we know what this was, but the sisters seem to have gotten into a spat, and I think that Eugenie just needs to calm down and have a cup of tea and just relax, okay? Because Meghan and Harry have everything that they deserve coming to them, and if you play with fire, then obviously you're going to get burnt at some point. Anyway, so I'm going to carry on. Eugenie didn't approve of the decision to shun Meghan and Harry's anniversary. Harry and Meghan reportedly announced her pregnancy with Archie, now two, at Eugenie and Jack's wedding back in 2018, but it's claimed that she has forgiven her cousins and believes her sister was in the wrong to steal their thunder. Well, we know what the truth really is. We know that essentially Meghan done that out of spite, and Beatrice essentially served her the same cold shoulder and disregarding treatment that she gave to Eugenie. It also says, the source added to Heat magazine, Eugenie is very forgiving, which is a surprise to a lot of people, especially when you consider how it was an open secret that she found it hurtful that Meghan's pregnancy announcement was made on the day of her and Jack's wedding. But she's very much of the opinion that this feud has gone on way too long and everyone needs to forget the past. Well, easier said than done, and I think that she's talking to and concerned about the wrong people. I believe that she should be more concerned with what Meghan and Harry are going to do next, and they have claimed that they are going to be taking 5 months off for maternity leave for this new baby, but you know, Meghan and Harry do not take a day off for anyone, especially when it comes to PR and publicity and stealing and grabbing headlines. They would definitely be active. We are going to be seeing maybe some privacy lawsuit cases against the paparazzi and the media over in LA over taking snaps of new baby Lily and Archie, and I can just imagine it's going to be a hot mess. But she's very much of the opinion that this feud has gone way too far. For Beatrice to announce her baby news on that day was uncalled for in her view. The Mirror has contacted reps for Princess Beatrice and Princess Eugenie for comment. Harry and Meghan have accused the royal family of a string of serious allegations in several interviews over the last few months. They talked about racism, they talked about denying access to mental health support and so on and so forth. Harry also talked about being refused help and getting financially cut off from his family. In the Apple documentary The Me You Can't See, which we know Harry, in technical terms, maybe Harry was cut off financially from his family, but factually, let's face it, the only reason why the guy even has any money or even lives in that £11 million mansion is because of his family. and him being royal by birth. He said, I thought my family would help, but every single ask, request, warning, whatever it is, just got met with total silence and total neglect. Blah, 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 blah. So with all that being said, guys, I will be back with another video to round this up. There's so much out there, so much is floating around online, and Meghan and Harry they're in the wrong, aren't they? They're in the wrong and they're on the loose yet again. So take care of yourselves. Bye, guys.